This can't be happening, she thought, working to keep her breathing even though she was ready to scream. All she wanted was for the movie to be quality. We searched for 3 months and held 100 auditions to cast the 2 lead actors, she said through clenched teeth. Having that actress as the nurse will change the entire feel of the movie. Can you see her as a gritty nurse facing an impossible situation? She shook her head. Because I sure can't. This is a huge mistake, and you know it. With an exhale of clear exasperation, the producer dropped the picture back on his desk and met Drew's eye. The frustration in his look was unmistakable. No, I don't know it. In fact, I completely disagree, he said. Trust me, Tess is a pro. You'll see in the morning. Without another word, Drew stormed out of the office, slamming the door behind her. If that was the hand dealt to her, she would find a way to make it work. If she was anything, she was resourceful. 20 years as an emergency room nurse in Los Angeles was no joke. Tess Landish doesn't know what she signed up for, she thought, marching down the hallway. Drew planned to push the woman to the limit of her skills, no matter what the producer or the director might say. Slapping the elevator button to go back to her car, she resolved to squeeze the true heart of the role out of the actress. If it meant being in Tess Landish's face every second, Drew was willing to do it. Anything to protect the story that took her 10 years to write. Her heart was in that story. The book was her baby, and the message on the pages needed to be shared. Blasting through the Skyrise's lobby, past the security guard and out the revolving door, Drew squared her shoulders. She sure as hell wouldn't let some diva ruin it. Ashley laughed softly. Oh, Bryce, she said, you haven't changed a bit. Marines or no Marines, you're still the humblest person I've ever met. Bryce shrugged again, but liked the thought Ashley found her humble. Her father always expressed how vital modesty was in a person. His motto was work hard, stay humble, have honor, and do no harm. And the words had served her well, although people often mistook her for shy. Bryce disagreed. Unlike some people, she didn't feel the need to comment on everything and often kept her opinions to herself. If she were anything, she would call herself a lone wolf. Yet, as Ashley stood looking at her, Bryce hoped that might be changing. Taking a deep breath to say why she came to the shop in the first place, a tug on her pant leg made her pause. A glance down, and she was looking into the serious, slightly hooded eyes of a young girl. She recognized her as the one in her mother's arms so afraid earlier.
Are you a superhero? The girl asked. Like Batgirl?
Bryce blushed and, out of the corner of her eye, saw Ashley hide a smile under her hand. No, she said, kneeling so they were eye to eye. Only a regular person like you.
Oh,
the girl said, a thoughtful look on her face. After a beat, she brightened and gave Bryce a wide smile.
Then can we be friends?
We can totally be friends, Bryce answered with a smile of her own. I'm Bryce. The girl clapped her hands.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Elizabeth, the woman behind Kelly said. Her mom. I don't know how to thank you. If you hadn't come in... Her voice caught, her eyes shining with tears. Ashley moved closer and wrapped an arm around the woman. But she did, she said, and everyone is okay. How about another hot chocolate?
Yes, please,
Kelly responded, hopping up and down with glee. Well, okay, Elizabeth said, but only a small one or you won't want anything to eat later. Ashley looked at Bryce as she stood. And for you? Do you like hot chocolate? She asked, and their look held. Ashley's beautiful blue eyes twinkled, and the spark Bryce drove miles to see was in them. Feeling her smile widen further, Bryce nodded. It's my favorite.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.